And you know, you work out, when you get a good workout in and you leave the gym, you know that feeling that you feel, your muscles is all, you know what I'm saying, they pump, they got some flow up in there, some juice up in there pumping. Cause you didn't got a good workout in. Feel me? You know that feeling that our muscles have when we get a good workout in. That same feeling. Now let me throw something at y'all. First and foremost though, peace and love to all the Moors, all the Muslims, all the Asiatics that's out there. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the beam out. So whole time though, straight to it. That good workout feeling that we get when we go to the gym, we get it in. Muscles feel all sore, you feel up. You know what I'm saying? That energy is up. Let me know where y'all tuning in from with it too though. That feeling that we feel when we get a good workout in. You know what I'm saying? We up, right? Now let me throw this at y'all though. What's the one muscle? What's the strongest muscle that's in our bodies that's least encouraged to work out? What's that muscle? We throwing a little Q&A right now. What's the strongest muscle in our bodies that's least encouraged for us to work out? Shout out to Harlem. Shout out to Detroit, Philly, Chicago in here. We doing Q&A right now, y'all. We doing Q&A, Moors. Let me see what y'all thinking like. I know we got intelligent Moors on these beam outs. So what y'all thinking like? What's the strongest but the least encouraged muscle to work out in our bodies? I see some answers up there. Shout out to KC, Missouri. Shout out to Jersey. Shout out to Dayton, Ohio, South Carolina. What's that muscle? I see some answers that's up there. Where y'all at with it? Shout out to Cali, Kansas City. Where y'all at with it? Shout out to Canaan Land. Where y'all at? Come on, Moors. We be having intelligent Moors on these beam mods all the time. All the time. Shout out to Texas. Okay, so we got the right answers up there. This is why I rock with y'all. For real. Cause we stay with intelligent Moors on the beam mods and we always building. Shout out to Kentucky, Cleveland. The mind is the strongest muscle. Shout out to Houston. The mind is the strongest muscle in the entire body. The mind. And it's the least encouraged to work out. The least encouraged muscle to work out. And that's no coincidence. Y'all know what it is? That ain't no coincidence that this is the strongest muscle, but the least promoted to work out. They don't want us to work this muscle out. They don't want humanity. The they is anyone who wants control over people. That's the they. So anyone who wants control over you or me does not want people to use this. No different than when we go to the gym, you get a good workout in, you lifting, you getting swole, you feel that blood get up in them muscles, you feel up. Strongest muscle though, right between our ears. You could do anything. If you can see it in your head, you can do anything. There's nothing that you cannot do. There's nothing that we cannot do. But it has to be here first. If it ain't here, it ain't gonna happen. Whether it has actually manifested on the physical plane or not is insignificant. It starts here first. The thought. If you can think it, you can manifest it. But the thoughts have to be pure. They have to really, you gotta really be committed to what you thinking. You can't just be like, oh, I'm thinking about so-and-so. And then you kind of like lackadaisical with it. It's no different than when somebody go to the gym, they could have it in their head that they want to go in there, get a good workout in, get swole. But in reality though, when they in the weight room, they distracted. They not focused. They just saying it just to say it around people. They not really own that for real. They just saying some shit. Just cause it sounds like something cool to say. Like, I'm just gonna just go in here and get money. But when they go in the gym, you know people like that. They go to the gym, they talk all that big money shit. They go to the gym, and then it's like you see them up in there, they on their phone all the whole workout time. They supposed to be in the gym working out. They supposed to be working out. You see them on their phone and shit like this. They in the gym though, but they say they talk all that big money shit, and you see them over there. You over there doing your workout. You get money, working out. You see them over there, and they just looking at their phone and shit like this. Y'all know I ain't alone. I know y'all see people like that. That talk to all that big Hercules shit. You see them in the gym one time, they like in their phone, texting, doing all kind of other shit, distracted. But they talk all that big money shit though. They talk all that Lou Ferrigno shit. They talk all that motherfucking Mr. Olympian shit. Same thing when it comes to somebody saying they got knowledge of self. If somebody say they got knowledge of self, or somebody say they got knowledge, ask them basic questions. What's an American? What's a citizen? What is a continent? What is the reason why nationality is important? What are civil rights versus human rights? Who started the NAACP? Is crypto money? What is the definition of money? Why is it not good to identify as black? We just freestyling right now, throwing out questions. This is for the ones who be like, they say, well, Kush, how do you spot somebody who talk all that talk? How do you know if they really about that or not? Do they have a law book? You start there. Do they own a law book? Do they own the Constitution? Do they own any kind of literature, documentation on history beyond doing Twitter, Facebook, Instagram? Do they go beyond Wikipedia? That's how these like the telltale things that you could look for. Like ask questions like that. Do they own an etymology dictionary? Start there. We talking about people that talk all just like it's no different than somebody in the gym. They say they talk all that Lou Ferrigno shit. They talk all that Mr. Olympian shit and Miss Olympian and all that. They talk all that talk. But when you see they work ethic in the environment that they say they get money in, you see them up in there and they ain't on nothing like they be talking. It's no different than that. It's the same correlation. Same thing. Gotta look at people by their work ethic. Look at people by their deeds. If they not doing what they say they doing, they say like, all right, you will be like this. You would say, what's the supreme law of the land? They say, oh, I got answers. I know what the people need. Yeah. All right. What's the supreme law of the land? Now, if they have a blank stare in their face and they froze, those up. And whole time you'll be like this. You would say like, all right, so our police, are they officers? You look at them and they be like, right, the Constitution. This is why I told y'all we be having intelligent Moors in here all the time. This is why I rock with y'all. These are just things that you could look for like, all right, well, they talking all that big money shit. I got answers for the people. I got solutions for the people. If they don't have basic answers to basic questions, you say something like, well, What's the 8 parts of speech? And if they say, man, if they say this right here, that's the white man's words. Then you could be like, okay, all right, man, you have a good one. All right, you have a good one, man. I'm gonna holler at you, Joe. I'm gonna holler at you, fam. If they say anything about colors, anything about the white man, if they say anything like that, I'm gonna holler at you. These are the telltale signs where you like, all right, adios. Bye. Bye. The fuck on. Anything like that. These be the telltale signs of, do they bring solutions? Do they really get money when they say they work out in the gym? Or they the ones that's in the gym, in the weight room, on their phone, doing this shit. They doing this. Everybody else in there working out. And they talk all this big talk. I got solutions talk. Everybody else in there get money. Curls. You know what I'm saying? Doing pull-ups. You know what I'm saying? You in the weight room doing pull-ups. You in there getting money. You getting swole. Meanwhile, the person that was doing all this, they over there playing with their phone. They over there doing that. And you like, hey, I thought you was getting money. You was talking all that shit. You supposed to be getting money. You say you get money? Ah, man, you know, I had to take care of something real fast. You know what I'm saying? I had to take care of something. You like, all you gotta do is be looking like, all right, I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna holler at you, Joe. I'm gonna holler at you, fam. Somebody asked, why not enlighten instead of disregarding? Fam. You know, enlightenment, if you break that word enlightenment down to enlighten, you break that word down and the light is already inside of us. Now, when you choose not to acknowledge the light that shines from inside outside, it's an inner light versus an outer light. The light is already inside. So it's not something that you have to say, you have to seek the light. We all have the light. We are all non-ethereal beings. We don't have to seek light, but the information along with our DNA is already the light. See, that's the thing. When you seek the light, you're seeking to know yourself because you're already the light. We as Moors, we don't have to go outside of ourselves for the light. The light is internal. This is the light. We don't have to go nowhere. We don't have to go to a church building. We don't have to go to some temple. We don't have to join anything if you choose not to, because it's a connection with Allah. That's the divine connection. We don't have to go anywhere. The thing has been, and the technology has been, for us to go outside of self, thinking that the light is through man. That's not where the light comes from. The light comes from the Creator, Allah. It's divine. Listen, this is a divine and national movement. This is what it is. And the upliftment of humanity starts with the upliftment of woman. The woman being uplifted will uplift the nation. This is the upliftment of humanity. We uplift the woman. The woman creates star seeds inside of her womb. We talking about the number 9. We talking about the applied science of the number 9. Everything right now is flowing and going. It's all flowing and going from the workout weight room to somebody talking that big money talk, and you see they work ethic, and it don't match. The energy don't match. They just want to hear themselves talk. We all flowing. This is flowing and going. This is each one teach one. This ain't I learned from y'all. It ain't just, I just say something just to say something. Nah, I learn from you. You learn from me. Each one teach one. This is yin and yang. This is not just a Kush gotta just say something because it's Kush Day saying something. Nah, that's not reality. That's not why we're here. We're here to learn from each other. We're not here to just listen to one person, one voice. You feel me? We're not here to just listen to, because each and every one of us, we have something to share. We have something to bring, because again, we are light beings. So we each have light. So would you want to have more light, or would you want to have less light? This is why love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, those are the 5 principles that are universal that we are coming into. See, we coming into this. Yeah, we coming into this because it is our birthright. Uplift the woman, uplift the nation. Look, I'm gonna share something with y'all, right? Check it out. Check it out. So what it say? This is the woman. This is the Moorish woman on the throne. The Moorish woman on the throne is what it is. But the Moorish woman on the throne, along with the Muslim son on the throne, we each share the throne. This is why there is no man above women and women above man. That's dogmatic thinking. That's mind control. The woman is not above the man, and the man is not above the woman. It is a yin and yang relationship. This is the upliftment of fallen humanity. A shared throne is what it is. This is why you see the signs and the symbols. The mother giving birth to the starseed at 9 months. That's this. If I turn this way, watch. If I turn this way, okay, what does that look like? Let me zoom into that. I turn this way. What does that look like? It looks like a mother's belly, and she's about to deliver. Deliver a what? She's about to deliver a starseed. Who's that starseed? Who's that starseed? See? And then when you come back here, and then you look at this symbol, you look at 6, you look at 9. 6 and 9. We talking about numerology. We talking about cosmology. Man, woman, child. All these symbols that we're looking at are Moorish science. All of them. There's nothing that Moorish people have not invented. Our foremothers and forefathers have invented these signs and symbols to navigate us, to give us instruments to guide ourselves back into ourselves. We have just been manipulated to think that these signs and symbols are not a part of our heritage. You see? So when you see the Ankh, when you see the crescent moon and the star, when you see the symbology of astrology, when you see the 6, when you see the 9, you see? 5, 6, astrology. When you see these symbols and you see the Moabite woman on the throne with the Muslim son, what does she have in her hand? She has an Ankh in her hand, symbolizing life. She is symbolizing life. That's why it's curved on the top as a circle, because it's coming back around. This is a powerful symbol. This is a powerful instrument right here. Real powerful, super powerful. And you, of course, you have this right here. See? You got the crescent moon and star. You got the pyramid. You have the G for gnosis, for knowledge. You have the 6, as above, so below. And then you have the master seal. 333, 333, 333, 333. 360 degrees. See? I, self, law, am master. Islam. And this is what we are coming. We are what you say, reawakening back into this kind of information. And this information whole time is in our DNA. This is in the mitochondria DNA in our cells. We talking about on a nuclear level, well, like super macro, all the way down to super micro. All these layers from micro to macro to nuclear to off world and inner world. We have these abilities, and this knowledge is in our blood. This is why they don't want the they is anyone who does not want humanity to wake up and ascend to a level of consciousness where we no longer have to be enslaved mentally. The enslavement of our people has been done to subjugate humanity for power and control. This is why it's being done, because there's a war. There's a war in the inner world. There's a war on the outer world. All this stuff right now is what's really going on. This is why you see stuff going on, how it's happening, and it's like a mask put on it. So we looking at stuff like from lenses that are not our own. The lenses that our people are looking through. If you looking at stuff just through media, then you looking at stuff through the lenses that the media wants our people to look through. Versus looking through our God lens, which is here. This is the pineal lens. See, the hypothalamus, the medulla oblongata. We talking about secretion of the golden nectar. All right. If you want to read more on that, pick up this book by George Carey. It's called God-Man and Salts of Salvation. It goes into physiology when you're talking about the secretion of the golden nectar. That's Santa Claus and the clostrums and things like that. Because the things that we are like reawakening to, these things are already in front of us again, because we are gods and goddesses having a human experience, a spiritual experience right now. And we chose to come back here right now. This is why we have to return to the state of mind of the ancient ones, because we are the ancient ones right now. There is no, we weren't ever the ancient ones, because energy doesn't die. It transfers. So the transference of energy is in us right now. So we're actually living, breathing, returned ancient ones again right now. You feel me? This is what is really happening. So when you look at stuff like what's really going on, it's multiple dimensional levels that's happening right now, man. It's like the things that we seeing on TV, they're all distractions to get us from asking the question. All distractions from us asking the question. Who made you? What is your nationality? Who were Adam and Eve? What's their bloodline? Land, air, and water. You see, These are the kind of questions that'll keep us centered. What do you stand by? I'm gonna share something with y'all that happened today. I'm gonna share something that happened with that happened today in the shop, right? I'm gonna bring y'all in to what happened today in the shop. Yo, Chris, it's Lawnmower, my dude. So what happened today was we was in there talking regular, you know what I'm saying, barbershop shit, chopping it up, talking shit. So we talking about principles. And we was talking about how people will leave you in the cold if something happen. People that's without principles, they'll leave you in the cold. They'll turn their back on you. So we was talking about Ye. We was like, I was talking about Ye. And I was like, shit. I said, look how many people turned their back on Ye. Just think about it. Because we exercising the mind right now. All right? It's all love, though. So they turned their back on Ye. And we saying like, damn, so many people turned their back on him, though. Like other people that have had their back turned on. Look how they turned on Kyrie. Look how they turned their back on the homie Kyrie. Turned their back. All this, you know, when everything be going good, it's all love. Everybody smiling, making money. You feel me? When it's good, everybody smiling, everybody up, everybody making money. And we was talking about this shit. So when everybody making money and everything up, you know what I'm saying? Y'all like, you know what I'm saying? We like shit. Everything good. We getting money. We up. We ain't worried about nothing, right? That's when everything is up. It's good then. Everybody laughing. Shit, everybody stuffing their pockets with cash, right? Now on the flip side, when people losing, see, this is when you know if somebody really riding with you or they just riding with you for the experience. When they ain't riding with you and things start going from smiles to frowns to pockets starting to dry up, now they decide to jump ship. They jump now. Cause now you ain't popping no bottles no more. That bread, that water reserve is starting to dry up now. Now you seeing like, man, they ain't really who I thought they was. They was just really whole time riding with me or riding with us because we was up. That part. You wasn't really, and we was talking about this like, okay, they turned their back on Ye. And we like, it's people out there that'll just enjoy the ride that you having. They just enjoy the ride that you have while it's good. But as soon as some waves come, as soon as it start getting rocky, no. When it start getting rocky, when the waves start coming, you was cool. You was getting money, you was cool. You was like this. You was cool. You was riding, you know what I'm saying? Everything was smooth. You was on smooth land, right? And as soon as the road start getting rocky, as soon as the water start getting real turbulent, you in the plane and the water start and the air start getting turbulent, like turbulence and all that. Now they ready to jump out the plane with a parachute, leave you up in there, or they in the car and you like, hey, let me out, fam. I'm finna get out. Or you in the boat and that shit, here they go. They like shit. They already looking for the lifeboat already. Fam, we still in the lifeboat. We still in the lifeboat. And you ready to jump ship? You ready to jump out the plane? You ready to get out the car? I thought we was riding. And it came down to this. People show you who they really are when times get tough. When roads get rocky, when the water get turbulent, when the water start to get turbulent and the waves start to crash against the ship, that's when they show you who they really are. Are you just really riding with us, or you riding with me because it's up, or are you really just riding for this experience? And you gonna jump ship. You gonna jump out the plane with a parachute. You gonna save yourself. You ain't thinking of saving nobody else. That part. And this dude that was getting his haircut, he's gonna remain nameless. This is what he said. I'm bringing y'all into the combo we just had today, fam. This shit is real life. We had this, and he like, whole time, he like, shit. He like, man, I do whatever I do whatever I gotta do for the money. He directed his statement to me like, so man, if somebody came in here with a briefcase, this is what he said verbatim. He said, man, somebody came in here with a briefcase and put I think he said like what did he say? So I could get it straight. He said some millions. He said if somebody came in here with a briefcase and put some millions in it right there next to you, he said you would do whatever, wouldn't you? I said, no, sir. I said, cause I got principles. I got standards. I got morals, fam. And I was like, I know you just seeing me right now, so you will assume that everybody would do what you think they would do. But it's people out here, fam, that got principles, G. They got morals. I said, because money don't make the man. If you really got principles, can't no pieces of paper buy you off. So in the back of my mind, in the front of my mind, in the side of my mind, I'm looking at dude like, yeah, you would do anything. But certain things ain't even got to be explained like that. Cause I'm just looking at him like, yeah, nigga, you one of them niggas that'll do anything, fam. You one of them dudes, you would do anything for that bread. I gotta watch you. But I ain't even gotta say that. Because everybody in there, well, I don't know about everybody else in there, but I'm gonna talk about me as far as that. That type vibe, gotta watch people like that. Cause they really be people, if people really be telling on themselves. If you just let people talk long enough, they really tell everything about themselves. Just in conversation. They really tell you everything about them if you just listen. And when he said, I just met the dude, he getting a haircut. So if that's how he moving, then you know, hey man, I know I can't do no business with you at all. Your shit dead. Your shit dead. It's real life though, fam. This is real life today. A few hours ago. Today. Man, somebody come in here, drop off a briefcase with some millions in there. You telling me you ain't gonna do whatever they want you to do? No, sir. No, sir. Nah. I said, somebody like that? I said, that's somebody right there who don't stand for shit. You don't stand. I said, they don't stand for shit. Somebody that do that. And that's the problem. And that's the solution. Identifying the ones who out here that all they care about is riding with others just to have some kind of gain or something. They got some kind of ulterior motive. They not really riding. They not really riding, fam. You know the ones that's riding. Because they there through thick and thin. They gonna ride with you. They might not agree with you all the time. But they still gonna ride. Versus the ones, soon as it get a little turbulence, soon as it get a little rocky. And you know what's strange though? You know what's wild with that shit, fam? What's wild with that is, as much talking as I see people be doing about unity and all this, the much talking as I see people doing, this is the wild part to me. Our people have been hitting the head so much that our people would say Gucci, Prada, Versace, Louis Vuitton, Balenciaga, all the rest of these high names, right? All these designer brands, they've stolen every design they have from Moorish people. And if one of our people say, we gonna boycott Gucci, Prada, and all the ones that I just named, all these designers, what are people gonna do? What the majority of people gonna do? They gonna say, hell nah. You boycotted. I ain't boycotting shit. I'm gonna stay rocking what I'm rocking. And then you like, all right, this shit. But people complain though, and I'll be like, fam, they stole all of our designs. It's online. They stole everything. They stole all of the designs. Look up Versace and all that. They stole all the design. Right, they stole it. But when you say this to people who are in the mindset of, you can't tell me nothing. I'm finna do what I want to do. I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. You can't tell me nothing. What room is it for your cup to receive some water if your cup is already filled with everything that you got in your head? You don't want to dump nothing out your cup to have no other water, no other information, because your cup already filled. I can't tell you shit if your cup already filled up. Shout out to my brother Irwin. He used to tell me that all the time. Straight up. Brooklyn, East New York. He used to tell me all the time. I love my brother E, bro. Love my brother E. He used to tell me that shit all the time. All the time. Cause I used to just be on that shit. Like, man, you can't tell me nothing. What? But my ego was out of control, fam. And he used to tell me, like, you gotta empty your cup, man. You gotta empty your cup sometimes. And I'm like, man, I don't know what you talking about. I ain't got no cup, ain't nothing in my hand. I'm out here trying to get paid. And he used to tell me, like, man, he like, nah, you gotta empty your cup. You gotta humble yourself. You gotta empty your cup sometime, and you gotta be able to listen. He was older than me. I used to say that shit. You gotta empty your cup, fam. You gotta empty it so something else you can receive in that cup. And I'm like, man, I don't know what you talking about a cup. I'm getting money right now. That's what I'm on. I'm trying to get paid. Straight up. But I see the more that I'm taking this journey, I see like people that have said things in the past, and it'll be like, man, that ego, because we can't never get rid of our ego, but we can control our ego. Can never get rid of our ego 100%, because our ego really is necessary. We need our egos, but it has to be under control though. That yin and yang has to be under control. Got to control our egos. You know what I'm saying? Can't never get rid of it. Got to control that ego though, because that ego can be a monster, but it has to. But under control, learning knowledge, stuff like this, more science. You studying more science, and you start seeing like, man, it's a whole other inner world and outer world and off world that's right in front of us. Like, fam, we really can space travel. We really can travel interdimensionally. Like, for real though. Like, we really can interdimensionally travel right now. Like, that's what astro traveling is. We really can take off and go through any age or so-called time period ever created. But that comes with the study of self, our self-law and master. diving into self actually opens up everything else that ever was, ever will be right now. You feel me? So, what time is it? Okay. Yeah, man. These are some things I was just thinking about, man. You leave the gym, just thinking about some things, fam. You know, you get that good workout in, you feel that blood in your muscles, and then you like, what's the least amount spoken about muscle? And the strongest muscle is right here. It's in our head. The strongest muscle is right in here. That ain't gonna be promoted on TV though. Only thing promoted on TV is, man, you know, you just smoke, you know what I'm saying? You smoke all day, drink all day, no moderation, twerking. They talking about politicians. Question. They talking about politicians and all that, right? So you see how they own like Trump and all that. You gotta watch how these people maneuvering. I already got a podcast. The podcast on YouTube. Podcast is on YouTube, G. So you know how they moving right now. Watch how they maneuvering, fam. Watch how they making these plays. See, you gotta watch the overlay for the underlay. The overlay for the underlay is right there. So they looking like this. They like, look, we gonna talk about, this is what we gonna do. We gonna talk about doing a Trump thing. So we gonna go hard on Trump. Meanwhile, while we going hard on Trump and all these other distractions with Ukraine and all that, we gonna have the public forget temporarily that the so-called dollar is dying, that they're being removed off of the fiat. Gotta watch the maneuvers that these people are doing. It's the low-key maneuvers that they own that we gotta start looking out for. The they is the dark side, the dark ones. This is what they doing. They doing the overlay for the underlay. This is what they doing. We're gonna distract them. Get them talking about Trump getting indicted. Get the whole thing talking about Trump and all this. And they getting our minds. They trying to get our minds to get off. Hey, what y'all doing with that? What y'all doing with them green debt notes? Because the so-called dollar is already dead. It's been dead. This is the thing. But they're trying to get people to be so distracted with Trump that they're not putting out information, because they not going to put out information. This is why we got to do it. We got to do it. This is what we're doing right now. Beaming out. I beam out. Y'all beam out. We all beam out. Because each one teach one. So UFOs, Trump, get everybody riled all up on that conversation. Meanwhile, underneath the table, they making plays. This is why Moors, we not panicking. Invest in yourselves. Get your books up. Get your stocks up, as far as your water, your blankets, your food, your family. Stick tight right now. Stick tight. Get your supplies up. Stick tight. Investing in all that other stuff. Hey, look here. They getting away from all that crypto. They getting away from all that blockchain. They getting away from all that. Pay attention to the news. This is what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said. Watch the news. Read the newspapers. They are getting away from all of that. So all that crypto, blockchain, all that Ethereum and all that stuff, that's not money. It's a good idea to be like, yeah, you could just sign up for this. XRP and all that. Yeah, sign up for all that. It's not tangible. It's actually, look, let me throw it at y'all. Let me throw it at y'all like this. Let me throw it at y'all like this. So if somebody asked you, are you a law-abiding citizen? Would you consider yourself a law-abiding citizen? Okay. I just throw it at y'all like that. Somebody asked you and was like, are you a law-abiding citizen? Or do you obey the law? Right? Now we know we Moors. We Moors. So if somebody says, do you obey the law? And then you would say, like, okay, well, I'm an American citizen, so I'm a national, first and foremost. Okay, we got to clear that up, right? I'm an American, so we'll say, okay, Moorish American national, all right? That's number one. Number two is I obey the Constitution. Treaty of Peace and Friendship, Treaty of Tripoli. I obey the laws of the land for sure. Yeah, the laws of the land. Constitution, the supreme law of the land is the Constitution, right? Treaties, Constitution, right? Now you would say, all right, well, if you say that you obey the laws of the land, the Constitution, there's nowhere in the Constitution that mentions blockchain, crypto, XRP, Ethereum. None of those are in the Constitution. Actually, it's a violation if it's not gold and silver coin. Anything contrary to the Constitution is not withstanding. Article 6, Constitution. So if it's contrary to the Constitution, it's void. It's not withstanding. So anything, the word is anything. Article 6. Anything. That's the key word. The word is anything. So anything is anything. Fam, anything is anything. So anything that is contrary to the Constitution is notwithstanding. Anything. So you be your own judge. Article 6 of the Constitution. Read it yourself. Just give it a read once. You could Google it. Read Article 6 for yourself. Don't just take Kush Day words for it. Read it yourself. And you can see yourself. This ain't about following me. This ain't about following me at all. This is about each one teach one. Uplifting fallen humanity. Uplifting our people. Because we all got a job to do. We all supposed to uplift because we all in this shit together. There's no somebody's free and the next person not. Nah, this ain't that. This ain't that, fam. This all of us. Anything contrary to the Constitution is notwithstanding. So anything is anything. Anything is anything. You feel me? Peace, love. Anything is anything. Crypto, blockchain, Ethereum, XRP, yeah, and all the other stuff. It says anything. I'm just saying what the words say, cause the words say anything. So you can't finesse nothing. And the tricksters, they have put it in people's minds that, all right, if it's a good idea that sound good, then I'm going to put my energy into that, which is directly contrary to the word anything. Article 6, Constitution. It's there. Bing bong. It's there. It's there. What trolls in here, man? It's it's always troll. Where the trolls at? The trolls are always out. The creatures. The creatures is out. Where the creatures at? Point the creatures out. It's always creatures. Trolls and creatures. You know, that's their job, to be creatures. Creatures and trolls. Goblins and ghouls. Shields. Gremlins. Gremlins. Can't stop nothing. For real, man. You know what I'm saying? Where they at? Where they at? Gremlins and creatures. Fucking goblins. Oh, that's the name? Oh, that's the name? Okay. Soon as they type something. Ethered. Ethered, man. Can you speak on the document the Vatican stated on the doctrine of discovery? Okay. I'm finna slide in a second, though, but the doctrine of discovery is dealing with what's happening right now. Unum Sanctum. Unum Sanctum operations have never stopped. Unum Sanctum is the total enslavement of Moorish people. Perpetual slavery. You could get this book called Unsettling Truths. It's about the doctrine of discovery. It's about the dehumanization of the Moorish people. It's called Unsettling Truths. It go crazy. Strong. Unsettling Truths. So yeah, the doctrine of you got the doctrine of discovery, you got Unum Sanctum, you got doctrine of discovery, you got doctrine of discovery. It's so many of them though. You got doctrine of discovery, Unum Sanctum, you got the Magna Carta, you got the Buck Act, you got the Questa QV Trust, you got, there's so many of them, man. You got the Manifest Destiny. Start there. The Christian Black. You got, all right, look, if you want to do it, you got Doctrine of Discovery, Unum Sanctum, the Spanish Inquisition. You got Magna Carta, Manifest Destiny, Christian Black Codes. Start there. Start with all 6 of those and just go in. You want a reference that has books underneath that? Go to rvbaypublications.com. You can go there. So you got Doctrine of Discovery, Manifest Destiny, Magna Carta, Spanish Inquisition, Christian Black Codes, Unum Sanctum. You can start with them. Just start with them. Hybrid Europeans. Somebody asked about hybrid Europeans. Hybrid Europeans. Oh yeah. Also, you could go to the Secret Treaty of Verona. You could go into that too. But I just wanted to give y'all just start with those. Just start with those 6. So hybrid Europeans are scientific animalistic experimentation. This is what Europeans are. Hybrids. They're not what you would say Europeans. They're hybrid Europeans. The Negro Yavera Arebo. That's their name. Negro Yavero Areba. They are the scientific animalistic experimentations that Yaqub and 12 Moabite female genius scientists conducted. When you say like around the Yucatan, this is where they were grafted. Cloning and all this stuff. This is not new technology. Cloning has been done for a long time. So when you say cloning and you say hybrid Europeans, you're saying hybrids of what? Mankind. This is why they came to be mankind, because they're kind of a man. Troglodytes. And this is where you get the word nigger from. Troglodytes. They come from that. That's their stock. But it's smashed and mushed into be things that it's not. Because when you get into this information, then you got to start breaking things down like, damn, these hybrid Europeans, they really was just created? Yes, they were created. They were grafted. Cloning. This is where you have, and the European hybrids have not been on this planet for a long time like that. The European hybrids have only been on this planet for a few thousand years. They're not ancient. European hybrids are not an ancient race. Well, you would say not race, but you would say species. Because you have one race, which is Moors, and then you have the human family, and then you have Moors, and then you have a sub-race or subspecies, which you would say hybrid Europeans. So you have one race though, and you have the man, and you have mankind. See? Exactly. They are the modern man. Told you we be having intelligent Moors on here. That's why I rock with y'all. Intelligent Moors on here all the time. That's why I rock with y'all. You see, when you work out, you go to the gym, you get your workout in, you get a good burn. Then you will say, man, let's get a burn on this muscle right here. And this muscle. Right here in our head. This muscle. You feel me? You get that workout right here going. And you like, oh, right, that part. Then you can start getting into things. Like, this is why you would say, why do European hybrids, why do they cling on to the word or the term white folk? They cling on to the term white because they are not white. They are really the red people, the redskins. This is why they don't want to be called rednecks. If you really look at them and you start asking them, like, if you call them that, and then you will look at them like, or they will call red legs. You could pick up this other book by Michael Hoffman. It's called, On God They Is, but Michael Hoffman, it's called They Were White and They Were Slaves. You pick up that book, Michael Hoffman the third. And then you look at it and you start seeing like redskins, rednecks. And then you will see like, okay, this is coming from the scientific animalistic experimentations called the Great Bouquet. So these hybrid Europeans, not all of the hybrid Europeans are wicked though. This is another lie that has been put on them though by our people. Hybrid Europeans are not all wicked. See, that's another lie that's been us looking at them from a point of like they just all wicked and shit. Nah, because they were created. They have different traits from their creation. Right. So how they were created not necessarily makes them so-called evil. Not all of them. Just like how we are as Moors does not make us all what you would say holier than thou. No. And see, that's when it start to get on some, we've been all good and we done everything the right way. No, sir. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. The books that you could check that out is Clock of Destiny, Volume 1 and Volume 2 by C.M. Bay. He breaks that down about the Redskins. He break all that down, man. Now, you would say like, if a hybrid European, well, let me finish this up about white though. So hybrid Europeans, they know that they're really the niggers though. They know that. If you get an unabridged dictionary, listen, you get an unabridged dictionary and you look up the word troglodyte, it's going to say troglodyte nigger, hybrid. They know where they come from. They know that Yaqub is their father. They know that. This is why there are no, listen, this is why there are no so-called hybrid European prophets. Just think. There are no hybrid European prophets. So who made them? Moors made them. And they know they daddy and they mama. None of this information is like secret. It's all peace, Moor. What's the word, Jalil? None of this information is secret. It's all open information. It's all open information. It's all open information. Ain't none of this stuff a secret. It's just, again, we got to start exercising collectively our minds. Collectively. So we can all share information. Because that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. And this is why hybrid Europeans, exactly, we are the mothers and fathers of civilization. But we ain't all been good to civilization. A lot of our people have done a lot of great things and a lot of hideous things. Because a lot of our people still doing hideous things today. Except they doing it under another name. They doing it under black, colored. So you would look at, said white. White is a legal status. White is the highest status on the land. It means the ruler of the land, God. Highest in the land. So European hybrids, what they did, along with our people who sold out, they saw it as an opportunity for them to corner the market. Like you would say, the Blue Vein Society. You would look at them and they'd be like, all right, they wanted to breed with hybrid Europeans and corner the market so they would rule. And it would have the illusion that the so-called hybrid Europeans had all the power. But in reality, we are the ones behind the scene pulling the strings. That part. And this the real strong part. There's people that are behind them that are really pulling the strings for the dark side. This is where you get into all this other stuff where you like reptilians. When you get into stuff like that, that stuff really does exist. It's out there. But it's just strengthening the mind though. Because a lot of people, when they hear this information, they gonna think that you tweaking. Like you really on some tweak type shit. Because of the conditioning and the social training and the social engineering of society, the schools. They think that you tweaking when you share information like this. Like, what you mean that the United States ain't a country? Like, the United States is not a country. The United States is a corporation. It's not a country. They'll be like, man, I ain't trying to hear what you talking about. And you like, I'm just telling you real life. Like it's like so much programming has been done to our people. You feel me? You feel me, love? It's been so much programming done to our people deliberately by our own people. The hybrid Europeans have never had power. Get that here, right here. Hybrid Europeans have never had power. They've always been in a subservient position forever. So now they got a little political power, but they don't even have that. It's just the illusion of them having the power, which keeps the confusion with our people to hate on so-called pale-faced people, thinking that they're the ones who are oppressing us. They're not oppressing us per se. They have a hand in the persecution, but they don't have complete persecution power without our people selling out, helping them for power and totalitarianism. That's what's really going on. They don't have persecution power. Pale-faced people, they don't have that alone. They have to have our people, because real rap, pale-faced hybrid Europeans, they are the minority on the planet. They're not the majority. They are the minority, fam. Yo, this how wild it is. But they make it look like, this is why when I did that post about white, on paper, the reason why white looks like it's a majority, because on paper, on the U.S. Census Bureau, which they created, it's an illusionary document. It's a fraud. But whole time it's matching up numbers that hybrid Europeans don't match with. Meaning, when they put down white, and you have people from Lebanon, people from Egypt, people from all other nationalities, they're putting white down. Even so-called Africa, when they come to the Americas, they put down white as their status, giving the impression that so-called white is actually European hybrids. That's the trick. On paper, they are making a false claim that they are the majority, but in reality, they are the minority. And they flipped it and got our people telling each other that we the minorities. And you like, what? How we gonna be the minority, fam? And it's more copper complexion people on the planet than pale face people on the planet. So how will we ever be the minority? It's a paper game. It's a paper game. They operate off paper, deception and illusion. Nothing else. This is how they move. But see, the Great Awakening is on. The Great Awakening is on outside. So it's not going to be but a little bit more time for us to be like, all right, look, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this shit. Man, what's up? You got answers? What's up? Because if you ain't got answers, get the fuck on. You got answers? What's up? Step up. Say something. Because we tired. And that's where it's coming to. That's like right now where it's at. People right now is tired of being in the desert. People right now, they want their thirst quenched. And the only way our people gonna get their thirst quenched is with land, air, and water. Bing bong. Land, air, and water. Only way the thirst is gonna get quenched. You gotta have land to live on. You gotta have land to have food. And you gotta have water to drink. And they trying to poison the water all around everywhere. But again, Prophet Noble Drew Ali swooped up in there and he like, look, if you check the prophecies out that he laid down in the 1920s, in his oral statements, he said, Moors, boil your water. He said that. You could get the book, The Exhuming of a Nation. It's in there. It's in there. It's in there, fam. Boil your water. Because they trying to poison it all. They looking at it like, the dark ones, they're looking at it like, listen, we going out and we going to set the whole world on fire. Scorch the earth. Look that up. Look up the code name, Scorch the Earth. Look that up. We talking about scorch the earth. Look that up. Scorch the earth. And you will see like, damn, this shit is really wild outside. They looking at it like they want to really just go down scorching everybody. They want to scorch everybody while they go down in a great ball of fire. That's how they want to go. They want to go out in a great ball of fire. This how they want to go out. This how they want to go out. A great ball of fire. This how they want to go. Burn everybody. For real. Burn everybody up. Poison the food. Poison the water. Poison their minds. Poison all of them. Poison them with chemicals. Jabs, man. Poison all of them. Get all their money. Get all their control. This what they on. For real. But what we gonna do about it? What we gonna do about it? Learn about birthrights. Learn about exercising law, Constitution. Treaty of Peace and Friendship. Exercising that law. Let me show y'all this before I get up out of here. What it say? Keep this in mind. The Moorish woman shares the Moorish throne. Shares the throne. What it say? Man, know thyself. A lack of knowledge about the ancient history of civilization and the social orders established upon the earth planet disentitles one of a clear understanding and knowledge of the present day socio-economic imbalances and the veiled social political motives of arrogant rulers, exploiting conquerors, and untoward scholars. However, such vanity and selfishness need not to be the fate of humanity. Truth always waits nearby for rediscovery. There are certain undeniable truths and realities in life that verify the manifestations and functionalities involving the human experience upon the earth planet, which cannot be intelligently ignored nor denied. Reality bears her face with instructional splendor when or if one seeks clarity, honesty, and true resolution to myriad intersocial problems now plaguing the world. However, if one attends to remedy the foresaid social ills, one may quickly discover that demonic defenders of the corruptive den are just below the plausible surface of the fiend appearance of a peace-loving society. There will be more than a mild protest or surprise to the actual causes of the quote-unquote den that one expected to expose, uncover, or find. Wow. Wow. You could get this literature right here from rvbaypublications.com. Right here. Go right here. rvbaypublications.com. You got a gang of books on there you could get. Straight up. So this right here is pretty much breaking down the impact of knowing thyself. Knowing thyself is where it starts. Cannot move around upright, independent, and fearless if self does not know self. If self does not know self, self is lost. wandering in illusion, getting nowhere, limbo. So self has to realize self is the answer to the problem. The answer to the problem is actually self having a realization of self. Birthrights, nationality, law. That's the keys. And to exercise knowledge on the planet. That's what it is. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice is the self-realization that I am. You feel me? That's it. That's it though. That's it. Self-realizing that self is I am. That's what it is, fam. That's what it is, Moors. So it's a lot of people though that don't want this information to get out there. But it can't be stopped though. It can't be stopped. But the more people that vibrate on this frequency of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, the dark side cannot hide. But for so long, it's over with because you shining light out. The more light that gets shined, eventually somebody that's in the dark, you gonna come to light. You gonna come to the light eventually because it ain't gonna be nowhere to hide. You feel me? Ain't gonna be nowhere to hide because the more people that shine their lights and beam out, like we talked about, if you rewind this beam out back to the very beginning, you will see that it's actually internal. The light is internal. So this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Y'all know the song? Y'all know the song? Y'all know the song, man. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Y'all know the song. Y'all done been to church on Sunday with grandma now. Ha. Y'all done been to church on Sunday with grandma now, your mama now. You done been to church. You done heard that song, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Don't play. Don't play, man. You done heard the song. Huh? You done heard the song a million times. So that light shines from inside out. You feel me? Inside out. So when more Moors start shining the light that's inside and stop being afraid to let it shine on the outside, the dark can't hide no more. Period. You can't hide no more. That's what time it is. That's what time it is right now. Oh God. That's what time it is. Real rap. Can't hide no more. All right. So expect people to clash with you since you on this wave of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Expect people to clash with you. Just expect it. Just be prepared. Because when they clash with you, they're going to come against a titanium wall. And that's us, Moors. We the wall. You know, you feel me? We the wall that it's going to be ones that's going to try to go against. You can't penetrate this titanium wall, G. This shit is vibranium. This shit is iridium from the mountains of Ayati. You cannot penetrate. And that's what more science is. You can't penetrate iridium. Why you think they trying to mine iridium off the mountains of Ayati right now? You can't penetrate this? What you mean? This shit is impregnable, fam. And that's what more science is. Cause they're gonna test us. You can't penetrate, fam. No, sir. You can't do it. Study, study, study. I'm gonna catch y'all Moors on the next one, though. I appreciate y'all Moors tuning in, though, fam. And you Albions that be tuning in, though. Remember, Love first, though. Love instead of hate. Hate ain't gonna do nothing. Make you look old, tear your energy up. You know what I'm saying? Tear your energy up, take your energy away from you. That's what hate do. Love do the opposite. It gives you energy. It gives you youth. It gives you replenishes. You know what I'm saying? All right? Show y'all this, man. Don't forget. Don't forget. It's the rise of the Moors. You know what I'm saying? It's the rise of the Moors, fam. Love is free. Love is free. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Yes, sir. Peace and love, Moors. Our self-law and master. I'm gonna catch y'all Moors on the next one, though. All right? Islam.